So, what's up guys, and welcome to Ívar's Flower Shop. Today we'll be tying a game changer, one of them. It's been requested, like heavily requested since I started the channel, and we need a strong thread for this task, so I'm using a Semperfli Nano silk 110 year in white color. And this hook we are having in the vise, that is going to be the trailer hook of the fly. And for the tail of the fly, I prefer to use like a red marabou. You can use chartreuse or whatever color you like. Just something that stands out of the gray color, like silver gray color of the body of the fly. We can say this is like a pre-cut, kind of like a pre-cut game changer, because the materials I'm using, most of them, they come in a pack, in like a multi-pack from Semperfli. And that makes them quite easy to work with. And as you see, when we are attaching the marabou to the hook shank, it's like a quite thick piece of a marabou. You can use fur for it if you like a rabbit fur. It's not that long, you know, you can just use what you have. I'm gonna place just like a drop of Zap-a-Gap on the top there to lock this in, just in case. And the hook I'm using, that's a curved Gammarus NS 172 from Ahrex. I am using a number 8 for the trailer hook itself. Then for the main hook of the fly, I'm using number 2. Here is a Game Changer chenille pack in gray. From Semperfli, it has almost anything you need to tie a Game Changer fly. And the chenille is in different sizes, which is a very convenient product. And of course, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I need more subscribers, and you can consider to support the channel if you like. But with this game changer, I'm gonna start by attaching in, tie in here the very end of it. And that is like the second smallest chenille in the pack. The smallest one is like too small for this size of a game changer, but perfect for a smaller, like a mini game changer. They can be really strong. All the materials and that lineup is something which you will find in the video description, just like in any other video I have on my channel. And we make touching wraps forward. And what I want to try to make is like I want to comb the hair of the chenille backwards, so it's not like getting trapped under each other. Then here we lock that in place, and here is a really strong move to have this Semperfli Nano silk thread, simply because it's so strong. You're not going to be breaking the thread so easily. And still, the Nano silk thread is like, it's not that thick compared to how strong it is. I have tried a bunch of other threads, and I'm not biased being on the Semperfli team. I have tried Weavers, I've tried Uni, I've tried Danville, I tried just so many brands. Textream, name them. I have them all here at home. but the strongest I've found, that is a Semperfli Nano silk. I could do like a break strength test on that to show you, maybe in one video, to see how actually strong this thread is. So anyway, with that said, we will have to do a whip finish here. We must not though, must not keep the thread too tight or the head of this part of the fly too busy, so it's not closing the eye of the hook. That is very important. And then we go to the shanks, the Game Changer shanks. Those shanks actually I'm using for this fly is something which I got like as a trial shank. Those are not the best, I tell you. I'm not gonna say where they are from, but I will, after my experience with them tying few flies, I will not buy them again. Just let's say that. But I have shanks, which are fantastic. I think they're from something called Fish Skull. They have pretty nice shanks, and also I found online, I think on AliExpress, a Chinese brand, which turned out to be just fine too. But buying fly tying materials from China, from AliExpress, that can be a gamble. And I will explain that to you guys. I have to make a special video on that because I had like a not the best experience there. There is no customer protection. That's a problem. I should make a video on it, just for you guys to know what to expect if things go sideways. Anyways, we have attached the hook shank to the trailer hook, and now we have to lock that thing in. And the problem with those shanks is like as you see, the space to like fasten them down isn't that great. So, and you have to do that on this side of it because the front of the shank is like bent. It's curved like in a, which is fine. And then we have to take the shank and tie it all in so it's like straight. Make sure you don't bend them. They shouldn't bend, I tell you. They should not bend. But this product bends and I'm not buying it again. Stick to some stronger shanks. You'll just ask in your local fishing store dealer. I believe those shanks I got, they are not sold. They're just too weak for this. Then we have to adjust this and like keep it in place so the shank itself stands like individually independent. So if we can tie on the next round of the chenille, and there I am like picking like the second biggest chenille, the second thickest one. And that has to do with the shape of the Game Changer. So it's like, as I said, like a pre-cut Game Changer. So the chenille is like already cut for you in particular sizes. That means you do not have like have the same size of a chenille through the whole Game Changer, which means you have to shave it or trim it down at the end of the, when you're tied it. They look cool, but those Game Changer experts I've been in touch with, both in the US and then in Europe, they told me like the density of the Game Changer itself, like the body of it, like on the shank, it really doesn't matter that much if you can see the joints of the shanks or not. The fish is most likely not looking for that. It's just very much looking at the movement, and it's just like a natural instinct of the fish to attack something that looks like a fish. It's not looking if it can see some bare part of the shank or not. I believe they're right on that. We'll do another whip finish here. Game getting the chenille cut like this, it's saving you a lot of time. That's why I like this. And it's also kind of like I would say kind of like a beginner's thing proof. I'm not saying it's the easiest fly to tie, not at all, but some of the work has been done for you. And now I'm gonna trim a little bit here around so it's not in the way of the next shank that comes in, but the next body shank, which is the last one. So it's a trailer hook. It is a shank and another shank in the same length, and then the main hook. So this game changer is not that big. It's like, I would say, like a medium size changer. But in those colors it worked fine for me. I also have like a neon, like a chartreuse neon green or a yellow color. I have some orange and stuff. But from my opinion, this color, the silver or the gray silver color from Semperfli made the most sense for me to make it in a video. Again, having some issues with the shanks here, as you see. Just to attach it to the vise or to the jaw of the vise, and then we'll just tie in the thread here to lock everything. Move this bad boy away just in a sec. And you have to cover the hook shank or the shank, body shank, not hook shank, with the thread. And then we can move this one away, as you see, and you can see how it's built up. So yeah, a little bit of fast forwarding because the video is like almost 28 minutes long. Already too long. And now comes the last part of the changer, which is the front hook or the main hook. I'm using the same hook as I used for the trailer hook, except this is in size 2. So it's a bigger hook than the one I used for the tail of the trailer. I'm using a lead-free wire, 0.7 mil, to add some weight to the hook. And this is just one round from the spool, just one circle. Fits perfectly. And just spin that on, and then we'll push it downwards and put the super glue on it. Something like that. Then we will just push it downwards. Here, make it sure though it's like tensed, put together, and twist it around each other, like against one end against the another. Then you get like a kind of like a grip on the hook. And I'm gonna use I'm gonna coat it just with a little bit of Zap-a-Gap to keep it in place. It's gonna get in there, and then we'll place the tying thread on the top of that. And you can, as I said in the beginning of the video, how important strong thread is actually for this. You can try to tie it just with a normal 8/0 or some other thread. Try to tie it with like a, I don't know, some other brand. You're going to break the thread at some point because you need need to have it strong for the tension. You have to put, especially on the chenille, on the shanks. I myself, I haven't fished too much of Game Changer since I'm not fishing much in running water. Next step before we carry on with that story is the a wire which is included in the pack. I believe you have to buy the hook shanks separately, as I understand. But you need like tools to cut this wire. I showed you. This wire is like seriously, it's strong. And that wire goes on the hook shank in like a loop, and you place the rest of the Game Changer, like the 2 shanks plus a trailer hook, on that wire, and it's gonna hinge or be attached to the back of the hook. So we take a piece of the wire, it's just like, yeah, it's about this length, something like that, in the length. It is like, yeah, you need one of these tweezers or whatever it's called to cut through them. Don't do it with your tying scissors, you'll destroy them totally. For this, I have heard that some guys are using like a backing line from a reel, like a used backing line, 20 or 30 lips, for the same purpose on that. I do not know which one is actually better, but I heard about the wire, that the wire may break or something, but I mean, everything can break, right? So I'm going to tie the wire in here, and then we'll super glue this on the top of it so it's not going to go anywhere. You could fold the wire. I'm not going to do that. It's a little bit too short for that. But if I was tying this with a backing line, I would be folding it maybe 1 or twice, then super glue it. Then we slide the rest of the Game Changer on here, and we bend the wire like so. Something like that. It must not be too tight, but it must not be like too wide either. It has to be like, it may be 2 millimeters or something. Then we tie down the rest of the wire and make sure it's in place. And after we are done with the wire, we put super glue on this, and then we will start to work with the chenille. And after that, we will comb the whole thing, make the hair straight of the chenille, and at last the eyes will go on the Game Changer. So to cut this bad boy away, we will need the same tool again. And this piece of the wire which sticks out there, we need to get that down somehow because it's really sharp and it can actually cut through your thread just like a butter. So I'm using those hackle pliers just to push it closer to the hook shank. So at last we'll be using the biggest type of the chenille. And if you guys if you want, you can trim afterwards, after the eyes of the changer and everything is ready. There is nothing wrong if you want to change the profile of the shape of the body of a Game Changer to something like not round but something different. That's nothing wrong with that, to do so. It's just like a little extra work. And if you wanted to get like a slimmer profile on partly, so it's like a fish in the shape, you can trim it afterwards. I don't know if it's gonna matter or not. The fishes I've caught on Game Changers, they're tight just like this one. And it's been successful. I've caught only, 3 or 4 fish on the Game Changers because I'm not using them, as I mentioned before. Not using them too much myself. I'm fishing in places which other baits and lures seem to work much better. But I never underestimated the Game Changer anyway. We will get those forwards with hunting wraps, and I use my dubbing needle to comb away the hair of the chenille. Then we have to take tighter wraps to lock it in place. So it is like a step-by-step game changer thing. So many people in Iceland, so probably 10 persons, both in comments and then emails, at least 10 in total, that asked me to tie a game changer. This is only the first one. I'm gonna, of course, in the very future, hopefully now, just in the new year, I will tie like a feathered game changer and tie a game changer from with different materials, like from other producers on Semperfli, just to show you the difference. And then there are other materials, there are other chenilles that Semperfli produces that can fit a game changer as well, just like this one. So this is only the first, and this is like a kind of simple version of it. You can make it more complicated to put like a little less, material on the front hook, and you can have like an overlay or like a darker tone, like an overlay or dubbing or something to make it look more like a fish. So that is done here, and we are going to cut a little bit, trim it a little bit. Now comes the fun part, or not fun part, the super glue part. I place those eyes on with super glue. There are maybe some other better methods which you trim part of this off. I'm not going to do that now. I'll do it in another video. I'm going to glue the eyes on straight. And then I place just the first layer of Zap-a-Gap here on the fur, so it's going to stick to it. Then I am going to place the eyes on the top of that, and then coat the eyes with glue so it leaks down and merges with the rest of the glue down there. For this process, you can actually just use normal super glue. It's like kind of you're spending a lot of Zap-a-Gap on this if you're thinking about that. Here's the eye. I think it's like a 5mm eye. I just don't remember. And push that down to the glue, and it's really handy to have one of those needles just to push it in as hard as possible, so it's gonna stick there. Then we will place like a little Zap-a-Gap on the top of that, and we are going to do exactly the same thing on the other side of the head of the ginger, which means we'll repeat the process on the other side, so it doesn't look bad. The next game changer I'm tying, I promise you guys I will use better shanks there, and maybe some other chenille, like flak chenille or something from Semperfli. That has a little bit different texture on it, but I know it works fantastic to tie the changers as well. And place this in, hold it in, somehow it sticks to your finger, it tends to do that. And just have to use a needle to push that in. And this changer is a little bit stiff on the shanks and on the joints. That has to do with the shanks. The shanks are not the very best I've got, but next video on a game changer, I promise you it's gonna be more lively, but this is the first one I'm tying this year. I haven't tied them for a while. I've also been waiting for this material to come out to tie and try it. And another layer here, so it's quite a lot of glue that goes on it, but it should work. One thing that might be possible with those game changers, also to add like a weight on it. That will be just to have like a big dumbbell ice on it. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, if it's gonna be too big. Not sure about it, but that will be one option. That's gonna give like an extra weight to it. So the game changer is ready. I just want to say to you guys, thanks for watching the video, all those 27 minutes. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and all that. And if you have any suggestions of or requests to tie something, just let me know in the comments below. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video.